Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In our last lecture we were discussing about Standard 12 Computer Subject Chapter number 7 Java Basics, and we discussed some of the concepts, and now we need to start with program available on page number 129. But before that, let us understand the chart available on page number 130. It mentioned that whenever you create Java source file, the extension is .java. As you can able to see, this is source file, and here you can able to see the extension is what? .java. Now when you compile Java language program either by command Java C or by Java compiler, it will prepare Java bytecode file, and Java bytecode file is considered as .class. Asterisk means any name but .class, and .class is processed by JVM called Java interpreter. So here if you notice, we have one class called Java application 1, okay, which contain main method, main function. Main function is considered as beginning of your program. Every Java program start with main function. You can create n number of classes, and when you compile number of class, that many class file will generate. For example, if I write here say public class xyz, okay, now when I compile this program, I will get two class file, Java application 1 dot class and xyz dot class. But the name of the file must be Java application 1 because the class which contain main function, in our case Java application 1 class contain main function, so the class which contain main function, that class name and file name required to be same. So that's why we give the name of the file as Java application. Okay, so this is important to understand. And to compile, we have a command Java C and name of the file .java, and then to run the program Java and the name of the file. Okay, now very clearly mentioned that the program is enclosed in the class definition. So they give the name of the class as call cost, we give the name of the class anything else. Now the body of the program contain in a routine called main. Now routine called main means what? Routine means function. Okay, if majority words end with round bracket, then that is called function majority. For example, we have a main function println function. I hope you can see the bracket. Now the synonym of function is routine. So here I am preparing the list. The words which I mention over here, they are same. Say variable, data field, so all these they are same, they all are synonym of variable. Same way the synonym for function, the synonym of function is method, routine, subroutine, behavior, operation, message, all these are same. Function has these synonyms. You can pause my video and write down the book if you want to remember. These are the synonym of function, and these are the synonyms of variable. Now we go for a program. Now in this program, if you notice, anything start with slash double asterisk or even slash asterisk and asterisk slash, they are called comments, and comments are only for storage purpose. We will not discuss them, and Java will not read comments. Okay, it ignore comments because the purpose of comment is just to inform something to others who are reading your program. So in that case we will not understand comments because JVM always ignore comments. Now here mentioned double balance, but what is the meaning of double? That is given on page number 134. The answer is here. In Java language, to create variable, you need to use primitive data types. They are data type, but which data type? Primitive means it available with Java language only, and they are same. Now to store integer values, we can use byte, short, int and long. To store fractional values, we need to use double and float. Then we have character and boolean. Now if you say byte means what? It occupy 1 byte of your memory, because byte occupy 1 byte, and the range is given -127 to 120, -128 to 127. Here rectify, in the place of and it come 2, so range is -127, sorry, -128 to 127. So if I write like this, byte x, then what can I write? X is equal to value in the range of this, lowest -128, highest 127. Now if I write 130 over here, then it will come error, because you are assigning the value which is beyond the capacity of the variable. So we have to be in the limitation of the range, but still you insist that no, I want to store 130, then you have to use what? Short. Okay, and that occupy 2 bytes. Okay, so if I write here short, then I can store in the range of this, but it occupy how many byte? Short occupy 2 byte. Still I want more, like for example if I write here, then it show error because capacity of short is positive 32,767. So now you have to change, and you need to go for what? int. Int has how many byte? 4 byte. Still you are not happy, you want such a big number, then you can go for what? Long, which occupy 8 byte. So this is for which value? Integer values. Now fractional value we have double and float. Okay, before we go for fractional value, I want to just clarify that suppose if I not say anything, say for example if I write 10, then it comes in byte also, short also, int also and long also. As far as range concerned, automatically in the absence of clarification it is known as what is mentioned? int. So it is known as int. That means this 10 occupy 4 bytes. Now for fractional value the rules are different. In fractional value we have a double of 8 byte and float is of 4 byte. But here the rules are different. In the absence of clarification, say for example if I write 1.5, then this 1.5 is considered as double, means it is of 8 byte. Now when the problem comes, see, if I write float x is equal to 1.5, it will give error because float can occupy how many byte? 4 byte, and your value is in a form of double, means how many byte? 8 byte. So 8 byte value you can't store in 4 byte variable, so it will give you error because this 1.5 is double. But if you put f over here, either capital or small, then your variable is also float and your value is also float. So like that way you have to deal with. But if you write now, f is not required because value is double and variable also double. Okay, but still if you put, no problem, no issue. Then we have a character, char x is equal to whatever single character you wish in Unicode. Unicode means different language. Also one character you can able to write over here. Okay, like, but in single quote, say x, okay, like this, or a. Clear? So what is the value of x? That is alphabet a. But see that it is, char is of how many byte? You see the table, char has 16 bit. 16 bit means what? 16 bit means 2 byte. So char has 2 byte. Before we go ahead about char, we would like to understand that double will go for what? Double will go for IS 10 raised to 38 plus or minus, and sorry, float go for 10 raised to 38 plus or minus, and double go for 10 raised to 308 plus or minus. Okay, then boolean we have last one. A boolean has 1 byte, and that is also true or false. So when I write boolean, means either I can write the value true or I can write false. But how many byte? It occupy 1 byte. Now how this 128 and 127 comes? One formula is given but little bit wrong. I will tell you correct formula, but don't rectify. If I say 2 raised to, now at the place of b we have to write down the bits. That means when we say 1 byte is equal to 16 bit. So when you try to store any value, you see what happen. At the place of b we will write number of bit. So when you say byte, 1 byte means you are talking about how many bit? 16 bit. So in formula what happened? 2 raised to 16 minus 1, that is 50, minus 1, and 2 raised to 50 minus 1. So when you say 2 raised to 16 minus 1, then you will get what? 2 raised to 15. Now when you go for 2 raised to 15, you will get this answer. So that is why one formula is prepared. But if you use the variable creation with unsigned, then you will go for the range. Okay, you have to use unsigned. Unsigned means what? You want only positive value. So if I write here unsigned int, means my variable can store only positive value because it start with 0. Okay, so with the help of this understanding, we have one program available over here. double balance, double rate, double duration and double cost. These 4 variable, each of them occupy 8 bytes. Now I will start calculator because it will be helpful to us. Okay, now double balance. So balance is a variable of type of double. Then double rate, double duration and double cost. 4 variable, each of them of 8 bytes. So total 32 byte memory. Now what is the value of balance? I'll write in the rough work. Balance is equal to 170, but 0.0 will come. The reason is 170 is integer, but when it stores as a value of boolean, when it stores as a value of balance, then balance is of type of double, means 170 become 170.0. Next, rate is equal to 1.02. Here error will not come because your variable is double and value also double. Then duration is equal to 37.0. Then cost is equal to duration into rate. So cost equal to duration into rate, that is 37 into 1.02. Here we write 37 into rate means 1.02. We got the answer 37.74. that will be the value of cost, 37.74. okay. The next sentence is balance is equal to balance minus cost. So we write here balance is equal to balance minus cost. So the now equal to as order, right hand side you have to solve first. So right hand side what is mentioned, balance minus cost, means what? Balance is equal to 170 minus 37.74. So we'll do it. Okay, now we calculate. Here the calculation says what? Balance is equal to balance means 170 minus 37.74. So 170 minus 37, this I erase, 170 minus 37.74. Answer is 132.26 is the new value. Then what we do? After that the textbook says print means display. So you see system.print is given, so it display what? It will display only one word, that is called duration. Cursor is in same line because print is given. Now duration is without quotes, so write the value of duration, that is 37.0. Then same line write down seconds. Then cursor go to next line because ln is given. Then in new line it shows what? Balance plus rupees. So first of all word balance is in double quotes, so display as it is. Second word balance means 132.26. and then rupees. So this is the way how it works on mobile phone. Then we close main function and then we close the cast. So this is what it happens. Now after understanding of all this, page 132, we have one more program. You have to do this program, understand this program by my own. Output is available over here on right hand side. Structure of Java program, we have to see that programming language is very different. Our human language is ambiguous. Ambiguous means one word has okay multiple meaning, like play means play game, play instrument, play drama. What? Programming language differ. In programming language believe in unambiguity. Unambiguity means what? No similar words, no confusing word. Now what is allowed and what is not allowed is called syntax. Here you can see the syntax. At the place of angular bracket you need to write whatever class name you want. Okay, clear? And then you can create optional variable, then main function, then surname, and all those things. So this is the structure of your Java program. Then next, some points are there. Java is a free format language. You can write the whole program in one line, no problem. Case sensitive, capital small matters. Now we have a topics: data type, variable, literal, comments, Java statements and expression, arithmetic expression, comparison operator and logical operator. Out of all these, first we talk about data types. Which type of data you will use? That is byte, short, int and long for integer values, float double for point value, char for character, and boolean for true or false. This we already discussed. Now after table we will go ahead, but before that see that students, this data type remains same. Okay, this data type remains same in all the computer, all the machine, everywhere, wherever you use. So in that case their size will not change. Now after this level we have a variable. Now variable means what? It is the name of memory location. If you want to store anything in the memory of computer, you can store it. Previously it was what? The data was referred by numerical address, but now a name used to refer the data is called variable. For example, previously it was what? That whenever somebody create variable, then actually address is work. For example, this is your memory, for example, and I want to store 100. Then to store 100 I need to depend on address, like address of this 100 is 12AB55. That is the address of this 100. Means to refer 100 I have to remember this. But now when you say variable, means this address is not required, only the name of the variable is required. Now if I say show me the value of x, then it shows what? 100. Okay, so that is the memory which used to store, that memory has a name, is called variable. It can detect different value different times, but remember the last value. Next, one or more variables can be declared in Java using declaration statement. You can declare one or more than one. At the place of angle bracket you write type name, int, float, byte, whatever, and variable names by comma, means like this: int x comma y comma z. Means what? We are creating variable x also, y also, and z also. Okay, so it will create 3 variables. Then to define variable name we have some rules. Okay, first of all, variable name begins with alphabet or dollar or underscore. Means you cannot start with number. You can create variable a1 or $1 or underscore 1, or say variable xy $1 xy underscore 1. So only two symbol allowed, that is which one? Dollar and underscore, and starting must be either of these three. You can't create variable whose name start with number. Means what? You can't create variable like this, int for me. No, not allowed, because it start with number. Then if I create variable, okay, int birth date, that also not allowed, because space is not allowed. Plus keyword or reserve word can't be used. You cannot use them because they are reserved word. You can't write int. It creates confusion that after int you have to write name of variable. Again you write int means again it understands that you want to create variable. So many confusion. To avoid it, what we have to do? We are not supposed to use any reserve word. You see, no spaces allowed. Okay, no other symbol allowed. Only underscore and dollar allowed. You can use birth underscore date, result, call cost, top 5 students because number is come in between, amount, dollar price. They are legal. Illegal for me because start with number. Percentage is not allowed. Space is not allowed. Then as I told you, reserve word is also not allowed. Now after that we have some guideline. Now guideline is not rules, huh? Be careful. These guidelines is just good habits. They are not rules. Give a meaningful variable name. When the name includes several words like balance, amount, follow the convention. Whenever we have a variable name with 2 words, int balance, amount, then they says that you can use camel case, like a hump on the camel's back. Means what? Capitalize the first alphabet of each word except for the first one. Means what? This B is small but A is capital, like this. This is called camel case. So they say that you can use camel case or separate the words with underscore. Means you can able to write like this. Okay. Note that Java is case sensitive. As I told you, uppercase, lowercase matters a lot. Then you can able to use capital and small when you want to prepare the program. Like for example, name of the class begin with uppercase and the name of the variable begins with lowercase. But these are the guideline, not compulsory rules. Good habits, I should say. Then other thing is what? Declare only one variable at a time. Like don't create like this, int x, y, z. No. In the place of that you can write int x, int y, int z. This is better. Okay. Include comment each variable declared to explain its purpose in the program. Like if I create variable, say for example p, then I must write over here that it is for principal amount. So these are all comments. This is called comments. So you can write. Not only that, you can able to include comments wherever it is required. Then declare important variable beginning and less important afterwards. Underline, very important. Java support 3 kinds of variable. So there are 3 types of variables. There are local variable, then we have a instance variable, and third is class variable. Remember, local variable does not have a default value. This sentence asked in exam so many times, that local variable does not have default value. Okay, that you need to remember. See mentioned here, local variable does not have initialized with default value, so you need to assign the value. You see here mentioned float rate, but the value of rate is not given. Okay, amount dollar is 10,000. Now what they are doing, amount is equal to rate into AMT means 10,000. Clear? But what is the value of rate? Automatically it can't take 0, so it shows error because it's not assigned any value, and automatically it will not take 0. But other two will take. Which other two? Instance variable and class variable, they will take 0, but local variable does not have default value. That you have to understand. Now next we have, that is literals, but that we discuss in our next video lecture. Till then, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment section. I will be happy. And one very important announcement, I repeat, very important announcement, I try my level best to put the software JDK and NetBeans in the descriptive section of this video, so you can able to download them and can install them. Okay, but regularly you check my this video. It may possible either today or tomorrow I will put it, so you can download and you can practice. Okay, so till then, please take care of yourself, students. God bless you. Thank you.